Welcome to Reading is Best channel. In this video, I will summarize the book Unwinding Anxiety by Judson Brewer. This video will explain about how anxiety follows the pattern of habit, how to unwind your anxiety, and how anxiety is maintained. Have you ever had an incident in which you got too much stressed about some project or work? For example, in exam because of stress and pressure, that you just stop studying and start browsing your mobile or start eating junk food. Well, you are not alone, and chances are it has already become a habit. If you look carefully, this pattern has got all the components of habit. Here, piles of work that needs to be done triggers you to follow the behavior, which is avoiding work and start browsing social media or eating junk food. And this behavior reward you by making you feel good and relax for a while amid a chaos and pressure of work. Because of this pattern of habit, most of us don't even know that we are actually getting anxious. Because before we start experiencing the anxiety, we quickly turn into our escape behavior like procrastinating, browsing social media, smoking cigarette, or eating junk food. Since you procrastinated and got involved in escape behavior, your work still doesn't get done. Moreover, it builds up. Because of this, you will get even more stressed the next time and repeat the same pattern of escape behavior. Let's take one example. Imagine you are going to the market. In the way you pass through a small group of people, you feel like they are looking at you and judging you. Your heart rate starts increasing. You start getting anxious. You feel uncomfortable and you want to run away. You either turn back or you uncomfortably and fearfully walk through those group of people. Since this situation made you feel uncomfortable and induced fear, our brain categorizes and stores this type of situation as dangerous. And from next time you avoid going out when there are people. This leads to new pattern of habit. Thus, just the thought of having to go out in market or among people triggers you to follow the behavior of avoiding the act of going out as much as possible so that you don't have to deal with such anxiety producing situations. And if it becomes absolutely necessary to go out, you tend to choose the path where there are no one, even if that path takes you longer or is inconvenient. This maladaptive escape behavior rewards you with the feeling of safety. You feel relieved that you saved yourself from the judging eyes of other people and got to stay in your comfort zone. More you follow this pattern, more this habit gets reinforced and more you feel strong urge to avoid such anxiety producing situations, and your anxiety also worsens. It seems like an endless cycle where you get deeper and deeper into your problem. So, how can you get out of this vicious cycle? Here in this second part of this video, I will mention 3 simple steps to unwind your anxiety. In first step, what you have to do is you have to figure out the pattern of unpleasant emotions like anxiety and fear. The second step is to figure out how you habitually react to anxiety producing situations. Here, you need to figure out whether you avoid, procrastinate, or indulge in your favorite food, or browse social media, or start smoking when you face anxiety producing situation. The third step is creating the new behavior pattern, such as getting curious and mindful about your anxiety and fear rather than avoiding your anxiety and anxiety producing situation. To become mindful and curious, you can practice a simple technique called RAIN, R-A-I-N. Here, R stands for recognizing what is happening right now. A stands for allowing or accepting the anxiety and anxiety producing situation without trying to avoid it. I stands for investigating the bodily sensations, emotions, and thoughts by asking questions like, what is going on in my body right now? And finally, N stands for noting what is happening in your experience. That is, noting your experience. Let's go in little detail by taking this example of social anxiety. Let's assume you have social anxiety. As per the first step, you figured out that whenever you have to go out or whenever someone tells you to go out, you feel anxious. Thoughts start running in your mind. You get stressed. And as per the second step, you also figured out that you habitually react with such stressful and anxiety producing situation by procrastinating or by making excuse why you can't go out or asking other to go out for you. Third step is being mindful and curious about anxiety and anxiety producing situations rather than running away from it. If you want to practice this technique, I will recommend you to start small, like facing a single person at first. So let's assume to overcome your anxiety and create a new pattern of behavior, you boldly went out. Suddenly you saw a small group of people talking with each other. You start getting stressed and anxious. Now it's time to practice the RAIN technique. The first step is to recognize that the stress is coming and try to relax. To relax, you can focus on your breathing. Don't try to fight your anxiety. Just let go of struggling and feel it as it comes through you. In the second step, you allow and accept this wave of anxiousness as it is. Don't try to avoid or ignore it. Try to experience it. You are actually trying to study your anxiety. You are trying to understand it. So just let it pass through you. In the third step, you will need to investigate the feeling of anxiety and change it brings in your body. Just try to be curious. You can do this by asking questions like this. What is going on in my body right now? Where does this feeling originate in my body? What does it really feel like? Is it tightness in my chest? Is it a burning feeling in my belly? Is it a restlessness that is urging me to do something like running away? Just be curious about your experience. If you can, then add the word for example, what am I feeling right now? Believe it or not, adding sound makes your act of curiosity more effective. Final step is to note the experience. You might note racing heartbeat, tightness in your body, pain in your belly. Just keep on noting your experience. Note how the stress peaks and goes down. Stay curious and focused. Ride the wave of anxiety. Once again, note your actual experience. Keep on practicing RAIN technique until anxiety completely subsides. Well, it is easier to say than to do, but practice will make you perfect. And always start with something small which you can face and level up as you progress. You might think this is stupid and even question the effectiveness of this method. Before answering any question, I want to explain the answer to the question, how does anxiety maintain itself and even gets stronger with time? But first I would like to give an example. We all know our brain is an amazing organ. It is very good at planning and predicting, which helps us to stay alive and safe from danger. We can predict, forecast and plan the future. But to predict and plan, our brain needs information. And if the information isn't enough or if the available information is wrong, then our prediction and planning might not be effective. For example, you might watch a couple of videos about Nepal. Let's assume you watched a video about Mount Everest and other highest peaks of Nepal. Because of limited information, your mind will generalize or predict that Nepal is a mountainous country. There must be snow-capped mountain everywhere. Or you might watch a video about Gorkha soldiers, their glorious past, their participation in world wars. Your mind will predict and generalize that Nepal is a country of warriors. So everyone in Nepal must be fighter. Since you exposed yourself to only limited or partial amount of information, your generalization and prediction about Nepal gets biased and inaccurate. If you look more deeply, Nepal is more than just snow-capped mountain. Actually, sea is divided into three geographical regions: mountain region, hill region, and a flat plain called Tarai region. Similarly, not everyone in Nepal are warriors. Actually, to get the complete picture, you need to do more than just watch couple of videos. You need to read books, talk to actual people. Moreover, it would be much better if you experience it for yourself by visiting the country. What I want to show here is our mind never stops generalizing, predicting, and planning, even though the information used for predicting and planning is limited, outdated, or inaccurate. Such inaccurate information leads to false assumptions and predictions, and in time, such information is also dangerous. In the case of anxiety, this type of limited, outdated, or inaccurate information maintains the anxiety. For example, in past, a person might have slipped and fell down while walking, which led everyone to laugh at him. Since then, he have tried to avoid the group of people, assuming that people will judge and criticize him if they see him. And every time he avoided the group of people, he felt sense of relief because it gave him false sense of safety and security. Thus, his mind reinforces this strategy of avoidance. Mind says, this strategy of avoidance is saving me from feeling judged and feeling uncomfortable. It seems a safe thing to do. I should do it often. And since the person has avoided every opportunity to update his outdated information about social situations or group of people, he will never get the chance to collect new updated information about social situations. His mind will use same old and outdated information to make assumptions like people will laugh and criticize me if I go out, or if something happens, I will be a subject of joke. Since he has been avoiding social situations, he will never get chance to challenge and debunk such maladaptive beliefs and assumptions. As challenging and debunking requires new updated information, and to get such updated information, he needs to expose himself to anxiety producing situations. Finally, let's review all the things we have learned so far. The first idea is anxiety follows the pattern of habit, or we can simply say anxiety follows habit loop. The second idea is to break this cycle of maladaptive habit, you can follow 3 steps. First, you have to figure out the pattern of unpleasant emotions like anxiety and fear. Second, you have to figure out how you habitually react to anxiety producing situations. That is, figuring out whether you react by avoiding, procrastinating, or indulging in your favorite food, or browsing social media, or smoking when faced with anxiety producing situations. Third, you have to start creating the new behavior pattern, such as getting curious and mindful about your anxiety and fear rather than avoiding anxiety producing situation. For this, you can use RAIN technique. Last idea is anxiety maintain itself through avoidance, and the way to break this vicious cycle of anxiety and avoidance is through exposure. You can effectively expose yourself by following above mentioned 3 steps combined with RAIN technique. These are the basic ideas of this book. Everything mentioned in this video is for educational purpose. If you have anxiety or any mental health issues, please visit your nearest mental health expert. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please click the like button. And if you believe this video can help others to know more about anxiety, then please share this video. And finally, if you have any kind of queries or suggestion, please comment in the comment box down below.